When I asked her to speak, please speak, when she started, so funny, but she prefers American accent.
I've heard it's a lot. It's easier to understand, I think, for English learners because one big difference with American and English accents is how we use the R's, because a lot of British accents leave out the R's, which I think is unusual for most European languages, from what I've heard. So I think that helps.
Oh, somebody join us. Hello.
Hello.
Microphone.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It's nice to meet you.
I'm Alexander. I'm Alexander. Nice to meet you too. I'm at work right now. Hi, Valeria. How are you?
Very good, thank you. And you?
I'm not bad, not too bad, but it's everything okay. So far, so good.
How is the weather in Ireland?
The weather is pretty good today. We don't have any rain, and it's nice.
Finally, also in Switzerland, the weather it's in Lugano. The weather is good. It's sunny and warm. Because last days we had really bad weather. It's like autumn time, autumn weather. With it was raining and cold, 14 degrees above zero. So.
Sorry, how many degrees?
No, now it was yesterday, 14.
14.
It's
cool.
It's very nice for us.
Hello, Sergey. Nice to meet you. I'm Valeria.
Nice to meet you too. Hello.
Hi, Sergey.
Hi.
One second.
Your video about Singapore is they're funny and interesting. Really, I was in Singapore, but 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
I think in Singapore didn't change.
Yeah, I also think so.
Didn't change. Also many Chinese people, also many shopping center and and enough.
But you can practice your English.
Yeah,
everywhere.
I have been in that school in England maybe, and I studied for 1 week in that school. But my practice in the city with the local people, it's not good enough because English, it's not English, and Chinese language is the best for that people.
That's a problem without with other
pronunciation
people, not English or American people.
No, and the pronunciation, Chinese pronunciation, it's very terrible.
I can imagine. Scott, what do you think? What do you understand immediately from where, from which country? For example, I don't know, me and other people comes from. When you speak with foreign people.
With Europeans, it's sometimes difficult. I think I can usually get more of a region than a country. So you to me sound very German, your accent. Most of the other students I speak to sound Russian, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times French and German accents sound similar. I could probably tell you if someone was Scandinavian, but I couldn't tell you if they were Norwegian or Swedish or Danish. And similarly, I couldn't really tell you if someone was Dutch or Belgian. Spanish, I could probably get. Portuguese, almost certainly, I would think they're Spanish. Italian, maybe, but if we're looking outside of Europe, most African accents kind of sound the same to me. I would know they're from Africa by the accent, but I wouldn't be able to say what country. India typically has some pretty distinct accents. Chinese has kind of two main accents depending on the native language. If they either speak Mandarin or Cantonese, and then Japanese and Korean are the other big ones, which can sound similar, but I've been around those accents enough to kind of hear the differences. Even harder is hearing the difference between English accents. All the different cities in England have their own accents that all sound very similar to me.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I agree, because when I studied in Singapore, in my group had one Chinese man and one Japanese man. When he told with me, it's very terrible.
Scott, what about Irish accent? Do you like?
What?
Do you like?
I find the Irish accent a little similar to American, more than English.
But they change a lot of words.
I've only been to Ireland once, but for a long time, I thought the Irish and Scottish accents sounded similar, but I can hear the differences now.
We didn't hear you, Alexandra. So no, I can't hear, but maybe.
Yeah, the connection's very bad.
And
what were you saying about Singapore?
In my opinion, 5 maybe 1 week, it's enough for meeting with Singapore, because I find more interesting for me. About me, it's usual Asian city, absolutely usual, because I have been in Tokyo, I have been in Peking, in Seoul. Connected. We didn't speak and speak all time. all time, all day.
Alexander, we cannot to hear you.
Because I'm in. But I don't know.
And in my opinion, and when I I told with my teacher.
I switch on, but my voice is there.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, it's better.
And she's left.
Okay. And in my opinion, in Singapore, European people arrived, not arrived, lived without. Wow. Lived in Singapore. But many Chinese people arrived in Singapore, and change peoples. And Chinese cultural most important for local people than European cultural. And English language, in my opinion, live in Singapore. Leave, left, leave.
Okay.
Hello, Ekaterina. I don't think we've met yet.
Hi, Scott. Yes, the first time.
Hi, Katerina.
Hi, Alina.
He's my couple. We are in the couple for practice.
Yes, have time.
Lunch time now.
Yes, have lunchtime at work.
Because we couldn't find time for practice.
Yes,
So maybe the evening.
maybe. I hope.
Do you live in Russia or in a different place?
Yes, I live in Russia. I'm living in Moscow now. Are you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Sergey, do you also live in Russia?
Yeah, I live in Russia. I live in nearest Vladivostok. It's so far from Moscow.
A little far, about as far as my home.
Yeah, I live in Vladivostok and I live nearest Peking, Seoul, Tokyo, and another Asian country and another Asian cities.
Yeah, so that you probably have a lot of contact with Chinese and Koreans and Japanese people.
Yeah. I have many contacts with that people. Sometimes I go to Asian cities. Sometimes Chinese or Korean people come like tourists in my city. And when we have vacation, we go to maybe Thailand, Bali, or China, or Japan, or Korean. It's closed, but if I have been only 3 times in Europe, only because it's very far and very different time. About 9 hours.
Yeah.
Very far.
My hometown right now has an 8-hour difference, and then we have what we call daylight savings. It's a 9-hour difference, so about as far.
Hi, Elena.
Hello, I'm late. Sorry.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm good. And Anna, how are you today?
Hi, Scott. I'm good too. Thank you.
Glad to hear it. Alexandra, welcome back.
Yeah, I come back, but I don't know what happened. I don't have any signal outside, and I decided to come back in my storeroom. But it's not a big place, but I have very good connected.
And did you say you live in Ireland?
Yes, I live in here, and I live in here for 5 years, and I like it, but I don't like the weather in here.
Too much rain?
Yeah, too much rain for me.
Yeah, I understand.
I heard the connection is not good. I don't know why. For me, it's very
better
strange.
now, but before we couldn't hear you, but it's a little better now.
Maybe. What is? Say again.
It's a little better now, but before it was very bad.
I heard because I finished to speak with you, and my voice was in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that. Um,
Well, I'm glad it's working better, and it's nice to meet you.
yeah, nice to meet you too.
So how's everyone today? Everyone having a good day? Does anyone have anything they want to suggest to talk about?
Yeah. I feel good, but I am at work. I am not happy with that.
What do you do?
I'm working this American bank in this city center, and I'm cleaner assistant. I work as supervisor in here.
Which bank, if you don't mind me asking?
What I would like to ask him? I don't know what I would be ask you. How the weather today? How the weather today in your city?
I live in Moscow Oblast, so I think it's a little cloudy, a little cool, pretty normal, not very warm.
I didn't catch you. Where are you?
I live in Moscow Oblast, so not far from Moscow.
You are in Moscow. It's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it, Moscow?
Too many people.
Too many people. Why? The Russian people is very good to conversation and very polite each other. I like it, Russian people.
Yeah, just a lot of people in Moscow. Very crowded.
Yeah, crowded.
People are nice.
But in America too.
American cities are more spread out. They're very large. They're not so dense. Not like European cities.
Do you like live music?
Sometimes. I don't go to many concerts or to go see live music often.
Sorry, Scott, how do you spend your free time?
My free time here. So right now I'm studying to get a master's in translation, and I have about a month left before we're done. So a lot of my time is studying, but now it's gonna be mostly preparing for my dissertation defense and for exams.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck. Good luck.
Can you repeat?
Scott?
Mm-hmm.
How about sports?
I don't watch many sports, but my favorite sport is hockey.
What?
There's
hockey.
Hockey.
Hockey. Yeah. Connect. It's not good.
Mm-hmm. I'm from Dallas, so we have a hockey team that I would watch sometimes, but not very often.
Okay, understand. Would you like water sea? No, not water sport.
Water sports.
Water sports. Yes.
What kind?
Maybe swimming, maybe diving, maybe another.
And kite surfer.
Kite surfer, yeah, too, kite surfer.
I like to swim, but mostly as either relaxation or exercise. But yeah, swimming is fun. I used to dive a lot more with my friends when I was younger, but now mostly just swimming.
And now we don't have diving?
I don't dive much, mostly just when I'm swimming. Yeah.
Me
So
too.
sad. It's so sad, I think.
Why?
Why? Are you a diver, Sergey?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I live near the
Of course.
sea. Yes, near the sea, and I like it.
Yeah, I also have a license. I did it in Bali 10 years ago.
10
Bali.
years
10 years ago.
Bali.
Bali.
Yes. Yeah, I understand Bali. 10 years
sorry.
ago.
Because maybe it's connection. But now I am only snorkeling or swimming or kite surfing. But I'm scared to deep blue.
In Bali I prefer Travangan Island because very interesting place. It's very easy.
Gili Travangan.
Yeah,
I was there. I had my license there.
I have been in that island 2 times.
Beautiful.
And yes, and I will go to that island one more.
Yeah, it's so magic place.
Yeah, really magic place. Next.
Next question.
Next question.
Next topic. Sergey, what do you do for work?
For work, I'm a manager. Okay.
What do you manage?
Construction. I work for construction company. I work for my construction company.
Is it your company?
Yeah, it's my company.
That's good.
But I prefer do exercise. I prefer diving. I prefer traveling. It's
you enjoy your life.
Yeah, that's good. And Elena, who is your small friend?
This is Sophia, my daughter.
Hi,
My
Sophia.
small daughter. Hello.
Hello, sweetheart.
Thank you. I have one topic only for my life. It is children.
How old is she?
What?
How old is she?
She is 2 years old.
2 years.
Oh. 2.
So small.
So small.
Yeah. Look like a...
I thought she's maybe 3 years.
Why maybe?
I don't know. She look like.
Okay.
And do you have any other children or just one daughter?
Yes, I have 3 children. It is 2 sons and a daughter.
Are they older?
Great. Wow.
Can
Are
you
your
repeat?
sons old? Yeah. Are your sons older?
Yes.
How?
My oldest son, Alexander, she is 16, My junior son, Dmitry, she is 11.
He is.
Yes.
Yes, yes, she is.
I also have 11 years old son and daughter 16 years old.
I have a daughter. She's 26 years old. I have only one daughter. She lives in Ukraine.
I have 3 daughters.
She is adult.
3
So you
daughters.
have three daughters.
3, yeah, 3 daughters. my
You are
Good
rich.
for you.
It is
You
really
are rich.
my oldest daughter, she's 20. She lives in Singapore. My second daughter, she is 15, and my younger daughter, she is 8.
Great. It's a different age,
I-
different experience.
Yeah,
You have fun.
yeah, but I didn't have fun.
Oh, my dogs comes. Luna, can you introduce yourself? Собака. Да. It's a dog. She's Luna. Okay, she's like
How old is she?
8 years old. She
8,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
And,
next one.
Do you have any children?
Oh, something wrong with the connection. We lost also Scott.
I'm still here.
Okay.
What is
Next question, please. Next question.
Next question. It's another good question. You said you like traveling. What's your favorite place that you have been?
I have been in Slovenia. In my opinion, it's the best place for me because the language it's a little same with Russian language, and that country is very small but very different places in that country. There are a lot of snow in the north. There are a lot of hot pool in the west. There are a lot of hot water in the west, and there are a lot of wine and very beautiful nature and very interesting places, church, and very close with another country like
Italy.
Austria, Italy, Austria, Czech Republic, Croatia, and other. I rent a car when I was in Ljubljana. I drive Venezia, Praha, Vienna, and other cities.
Have you been, Sergey?
It's
Have you
very
been
comfortable.
in Portoros?
Yeah, I have been in Portoros.
Wonderful
it's very
place.
nice.
I've been there also.
Yes, it's very yeah.
Postojna
Portoros.
Yama, the caves, famous cave, big, yeah.
Yeah. And I have been in Chatesh. You have been in Chatesh?
No.
Chatesh, no? In that place, there are many pools with warm nature water, and telegraph. I forgot. Lake.
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 No,
Like near the Austria. I forgot the name of the place. Oh, very famous place.
You need time.
Famous,
Yeah.
very famous place, and I forgot it. Oh,
it happens. Don't worry.
yeah, that happens.
Alexandra, do you like to travel?
Yeah, I like travel. I travel every year so many times, and after 2 weeks I will go to the Spain. For 2 weeks I will visit it. I will visit Sevilla and 2 days, and we going to the beach nearest the Malaga. And this year I was only in Ukraine one times, and I going to go to the Tenerife in the winter time, and I would like to visit it Mexico this year.
Also,
Very far.
Elena are going to Spain. I heard. I
Yeah.
saw her homework.
Yeah, with my
Yes.
family. Yeah.
Do you speak Spanish, Alexandra?
Oh no, I speak Russian, I speak Ukraine, I speak Poland very well, and I speak English a little bit. I studied because when I came here, I worked with Polish people for 4 years. I studied Polish very well, and now I lost a lot of time to study English, but now I try to study it more and more because I live in here. I need English because I imagine be here without English. But I know a lot of people who lives here. He doesn't know English, and it's not difficult for them, but for me it's very difficult. I can't believe in I hear it. Sometimes I understand, but for me it's I know a lot of words. I know how to say, but I have a little bit blocked, and now I work with only people who is from another country. I only took one girls from Poland in the evening time, which working in my place, and that's all for my life today. But I live when in Ukraine will be in my part. I waiting for the in my part the stopped wars, and I waiting for that. But but I don't move in my part because I bought house in here, and as I don't know, maybe if few years I will be living here.
And what part of Ireland do you live in?
Dublin.
Yeah, it's a nice city.
Yeah, nice. It's very nice city. It's very beautiful city and a very funny place. If you would like to spend a good time in the evening time, I invite everyone because
Thank
there
you.
are there is very beauty place, and
Yeah, I would like to go there.
I invited. I will share everything what I know, and I'm used to live in here but I don't have any choice now.
And Ekaterina, can you tell me a little about yourself, what you do?
Okay. For me, I'm living in Moscow. I'm working in IT company in Russia. I'm a marketing manager. In my free time, I am running a trainee coach, and I learn a lot marketing things. I have 2 marketing lessons in my evenings, and I have no time for everything else. um, I like traveling too. I'm going to France in 3rd of July. I hope it was amazing trip.
Are you originally from Moscow or from a different part of Russia?
I was born in Pskov. It's so far from Moscow, but I live in Moscow since 2014.
That's good. Thank you. Anna, do you do any? You probably don't do much traveling now, but when your daughter is older, where do you want to go?
I like traveling too, but I don't travel for a long time because I have a little baby. I'm going to Tenerife in August with my family. It will be first trip for my daughter. Um, that's all.
Great. Sergey, have you ever been to the
Yeah.
U.S.?
No, I have never been to US yet, but it's my dream.
Alaska is pretty close for you.
No, not very close. Very far.
Alaska,
Yeah. Alaska, yeah, really, very far.
closer than the rest.
Because no. If I want to travel in Alaska, I have to travel at first in Seoul or Tokyo and or Peking and change the flight company, and then I go to America or maybe USA or maybe Canada. Sometimes we send our children to Vancouver or New York for study English. Yeah, for study English, and we spend more time for flight. It takes about maybe 10 hours to Vancouver. But if we spend our children to Europe, it takes to Moscow 8 hours, and them change flight, and them I don't know how many time it takes for London or another country with Dublin. I don't know. It's so far. It's so far.
It's not. It's for Moscow. They will take for you. It's only 3.5 hours.
Sorry, how many hours?
3.5 hours from Moscow. to London?
10, pardon, connect, it's not good.
3.5 hours, because
Yeah, it was half hour. Yeah. It's not so far because the nearest big airport, like Seoul, 1.5 hour with Russian Airlines, like 7 or Aeroflot, and 2.5 hours with Korean Iron Company.
But Russian company is very expensive. I don't know why.
Not very expensive. It's price the same. Price the ticket it's same, but Russian company it's take only 1.5 hour to Seoul, and but Korean company it takes about 2.5 hour. One time different because North Korea it's very dangerous for Korean company, South Korean company, and they takes 2.5 hour. That way it's so far, but a Russian company.
Straight away, yeah.
Straight away. Because Russian and the North company, Russian and North Korea, it's very close and very friends relationships.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's interesting. With I guess air traffic that most countries don't fly over North Korea.
Yeah.
Makes it difficult for South Korea.
But we have 3 or 4 times to a different company every day.
That's good.
To Seoul only, and plus in Beijing maybe 2 times, and Tokyo 1 or 2 times, and another.
Elena, they said that you're going to Spain. Is
Yes.
that correct? What part of Spain?
We'll go to Nieda.
To where?
Huh?
To which part?
I don't know. It is near Portaventura Park.
Mm-hmm. Are you excited?
Excited. Я забыла, как переводится.
Взволнованы.
No. I'm nervous woman.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know where is my daughter, and I'm nervous a little bit.
She's scared.
So interesting. Didn't excited, but nervous. It's very interesting.
And Valeria, do you travel much?
I would say yes. We always travel. Also, when our kids were young, when my son was 3 months, we went to Egypt because it's close to us. And when he was 2 years old, we went to France, Spain, different country. Now, of course, with children, they are big now, so we were in States, Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, Mexico, Morocco. I don't know, many countries, yeah. And yes, next trip it will be in autumn. We are going somewhere. I don't know yet because I have to organize. I would like to go to Namibia or Philippines.
Philippines.
Yeah.
So interesting place.
Yeah, I would like. I've never been to Philippines. So
It's so interesting. It's so cheaper.
And warm. The climate is no.
Oh, usual as an Asian weather.
Yeah, no, it's good, but we will see what we choose. We'll choose because in the summer we stay in Europe. We are going to Italy in Liguria. It's close to France, close to Monte Carlo, close to Nizza. Maybe we are going to Provence for some days, but that trip without children. We are going with our friends for degustation of wine. And in August, I think we stay in Switzerland. We will go to St. Moritz part because it's very nice in the summer. We are trekking. We are going to a different hut. It's good.
Do you have a favorite trip that you went on?
Yes. I would say I didn't expect this, but I would say my favorite trip it was to Morocco. It was amazing trip, and really I didn't expect this. We rent 2 cars and we spent 10 days on the road and different places, different scenery. You cannot imagine. It's something like to states when I've been in Death Valley or some canyons. It's some parts of that nature you can see also in Morocco. It's like you are staying the Mart, na Marsie. Scott, how you say Earth and Martian.
Mars.
Mars. На Марсе. Вот как на Марсе.
Yeah, on Mars, yeah.
It's some scenery. It's really special, and we spent a night in desert. I always
Desert.
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 The pronunciation because desert and oh my god.
Yeah.
I
It's tough for us too.
Yeah.
Better than desert.
The food has 2 S's.
Yes, but pronunciation it's always difficult. This couple.
Deserted and desert. Yeah. Very similar.
Yeah. So and yeah, we were also on the seaside in Essaouira and Marrakesh. Different. It's so rich culture, and we was also in the Atlas Mountains. We trekking. We had trekking there for 5 hours. Amazing. I can recommend this. It's not so far for us because usually we fly everywhere. It's so far, but this time it's because Morocco it's not so far, and very good. It was very good. Also for kids, very interesting and rich trip.
That's good. It's an interesting place. I think I haven't been, but it seems interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Sergey, do you have a favorite trip?
I remembered that place in Slovenia. That Bled.
Ah.
Bled. Bled.
You forgot it.
Yeah, forgot.
It's impossible to forget.
Okay, and my favorite trip, it was maybe a trip to Palau. It was special trip for diving. The Palau Republic, it's very small republic, and that place it's like a capital for diving, for capital world diving. It's very interesting and very beautiful places. A lot of different shapes, many turtles, many sharks, many beautiful corals, and amazing places. But it's not for many people because diving in that area a little dangerous. It's not for
everybody.
No, yes, it's not for everybody with first level. But I don't know how to say. Maybe right or didn't correct. That trip cost that money.
It was worth it, I would say. Yeah,
Yes.
it was worth the money.
Yeah.
If you like diving and you can, you should try to go to Australia. Go to the Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah, it's my plan because my oldest daughter finished study in Singapore, and next her stopped in Australia, Perth. She will be going to the Perth, Australia.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will go there too.
No
next time.
no excuse. You will have a real reason to go there.
Australia is really interesting. The people talk kind of funny, but it's a nice place.
Have you been in Australia, Scott?
I went when I was pretty young. I was around 6 or 7 years old. And my mom and I went to both Australia and New Zealand, but I don't remember much. I want to go again to kind of remember it the second time, but they're both very nice places and the people are interesting. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but it was nice to meet you, Sergey, since it was the first time. I would say it to the other two women, but they already left. I hope I'll see you all again soon, and I wish you all a good day and a good week.
Thank you very much, Scott.
Thank you.
Have a good day too.
Thank you.
Have a good day for you.
Bye.
And everyone have a good day.
And
Yeah,
thank
bye.
you.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.